everyone. It's Amanda Rigby from the It's a Functional Life podcast. Today, I am joined by one of my childhood friends who I recently reconnected with through our love of fitness and health and creating what he'll introduce to you as this new lifestyle. I won't tell you the name yet, but just incorporating healthy. I'm going to say the word.
Say it. Just
say it. Okay.
Say it.
Today I have Ryan Frost from FitnessHabits with me.
You gotta make it epic now because
Yes,
you built it up.
right. I know. We are so excited. I'm excited to introduce him to my audience and to my world and to have you guys meet someone who's also very passionate for just fitness habits. No, just kidding.
Habits.
Overall health. And we actually just spent the last couple hours talking, which I was like, why am I not recording this right now? This is some really good stuff. But we'll get it back because it's a cool brain. And it's cool to kind of watch this whole thing come back around. We were joking about it before. Ryan and I were like the only kids that, well, not really. Well, I was kind of like the only girl, but the only ones that worked out religiously in high school. So you could always find us in the weight room at Bishop Conley.
Yeah.
And then went our separate ways for college. We'll get into Ryan's college experience. It's a little unique, kind of cool. But that's where we are. And now we are back in Bristol 10 years later trying to create something real cool. So welcome, Ryan.
Hello. Happy to be here. Is there something playing there? Like applause?
I don't know. Maybe we should.
Yeah, Sam, if you could throw in some applause.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, guys. What's up? I'm Ryan. And welcome to It's a Functional Life with Amanda Rigby.
That should be my intro. Okay, so tell them a little about yourself just in general before we get to the fun stuff. Who you are and how you ended up not only in Bristol in the podcast studio, but wanting to build and create something so cool.
All right. Well, I'll try to glaze over the boring parts for you. So basically, I'm a male person, and I am from Tiverton, Rhode Island. I was born in Newport, Rhode Island, and I went to high school with our dear friend Amanda Rigby here at Bishop Conley High School in Fall River. There is where I found my passion for lifting weights. You see, I wanted to be a goalie, not just any goalie, the best goalie in the entire world. And I was going to do anything it took to get there, even if it meant lifting weights. So this is when I started weight training, was as a freshman in high school to be the best goalie. Unfortunately, my knee injuries, I developed early onset arthritis in my knees and just suffered several problems from there. So I moved on to lacrosse. And but ultimately just found my love for weight training and the training that went along with these sports, and also helping others do the same. So when I was in high school, I would take time out of my day to train as many people as I could.
Amanda.
To train Amanda. Amanda would always push me and motivate me to go as hard as I can.
The worst worker-outer in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah, you were distracted. You were just in there smiling, making jokes with whoever.
Right.
Yeah. No, but you worked out too.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
But ultimately, it's helped people do that. And then when I got to college, I started a club called the Muscle and Athletic Sports Society.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that wasn't my original name. There was actually a gentleman named David Bissell in the UK who started the same type of club over there at the same time. It was his original thought, and I kind of took it over here, and it ended up being this rather large 150 person plus club.
Cool.
Where people could gather. We had T-shirts. That's the most important thing.
Right.
So we had all matching
That's
T-shirts.
the only reason we joined
That's
clubs,
the only
right?
reason
The
we
first
joined
day you get
clubs
your shirt
is
and
to
then never
make
go back.
T-shirts.
Go check my T-shirt drawer right now. Sam's like, you played rugby? And I'm like, shh, just another day. Like, how badass does it sound that this little 5 foot, 100-pound kid played rugby?
It sounds scary. It
Yeah.
sounds scary to think
It was
about.
petrifying.
Yeah.
I turned around right at practice, right, Katie? Katie Sherman.
Yeah, yeah.
Me, Katie
yeah,
Sherman, and Lindsay Chernicki waltzed right up Bridgewater. We're like, yeah, we're going to play rugby. those girls were monsters.
You guys.
So we marched right back down our well, actually, it was up the hill to our dorm room, which we would cry about walking up. So we were very in shape and ready to play rugby.
Cool uniforms, though.
Yeah, cool T-shirt.
You get to keep the T-shirt.
Keep the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Who's gonna ask me when I wear it in Stop and Shop? They think I'm a beast.
Yeah. No.
Don't mess with that little one.
Everybody knows you only played for a day.
No, you can tell.
You can tell. They're like, you played for a day, didn't you? The uniform looks very clean.
Right. Anyway.
Anyways, where are we at in the story? I'm
You were
handing
in
out
college,
T-shirts
yeah.
in college to get people to join my club. But in that club, we had separate lifting hours in the morning, separate lifting hours at night. We split everybody up, and we really had the opportunity to create a good atmosphere to help as many people as possible. And after doing this club, I kept that going for 4 years.
Oh.
Through, by the way, I'm at Mass Maritime at this point.
Right. Let's not leave out the fact that Ryan lived on a boat for his college career.
This is what I went to school for, was this. And so actually, I worked on ships, and then this is where fitness habits kind of started to develop.
Interesting.
Was because I had this love for getting everybody in shape and making it super easy, because it really is super easy to get in shape if you know the right things to do.
Right.
And motivating. We're doing Tough Mudders. We're having a great time. But this whole while, I'm going out, shipping out for 2, 3, 4 months out of the year on a boat. Yeah, learning on a ship, actually. A 589-foot training ship. It's actually, it's less than that. It's like 572, but whatever. Oh. It's a big training ship, and I'm there to get my unlimited third mate's license. We have a bunch of different majors, but we have deckies and engineers, people who drive the boat, people who take care of the boats. And when I say boats, I'm talking about big ships. I'm talking about big steel buildings on their side.
Crazy.
That we go out on and take care of. So
again, casual.
Yeah, so I did this. I also went out on a big container ship for Maersk for a little bit, and then when I graduated, I wanted to get into yachting, so right away I started captaining small boats and taking them around, and then I got on a big, nice billionaire's boat, which was a very fun experience. We traveled all around.
My wheels are spinning. I'm like, maybe I kept Ryan around just so he could chart me around. Chart? Is that what you would do? Chart somebody?
We navigate.
Oh, okay.
We navigate the ocean. I'm not that good on the roads with maps, but a chart.
Parking.
And navigation on the road, we use the stars to navigate. We're
unreal.
And we're the lawyers on the boat at the same time. And, we use land fixture. But of course, there's a lot of technology modern day that you have to know how to use, like radar and ECDIS and this electronic weather equipment and stuff like this. And safety. So there's a lot that goes into it. It's an art form. It's a passion of mine. I love sailing the seas, and but what was happening at the by the way, so I just got back. I was on the yacht.
Yeah.
And we went all over. Alaska's the best spot, by the way, but we'll get into that later.
Okay.
But basically, what was happening at this time, as I started to make the as I'm shipping out and trying to stay in shape and be as pro bodybuilder and to be like this incredible.
Your new goal.
This whole
so
time.
Goalie's gone at this point.
Well, yeah. So, I've always wanted. The goalie's gone only because of the knees.
Because the knee.
And bodybuilding is in because I can make it happen, and I just love being. And I was making more of a shift towards the training part of it, anyways. So once I fell in love with the training, I fell in love with helping people to do the training, and then I'm shipping out this whole time, and I'm kind of losing track of myself. So I started to develop all these different methods to just stay in shape all the time without thinking about it. You see what I'm getting at here?
That word.
You see where I'm getting at? That word. I started to make these habits that allowed me to just get on a boat and be at sea with the thing rocking all the time with whatever food was on there that we were surviving on, or whatever country I would end up in, or whatever I was eating there. And I was able to just make whatever happened. I was just always in shape.
With what you had.
And I'll tell you right now, I had a six-pack the entire time. Like, it just never went away.
12 months out of the year.
And I started seeing progress in my pull-ups and strength and stuff. And I wasn't like killing myself. I was working most of the time. Like, I had to drive the boat. I'm working 12 hours a day on deck, taking care of the boat 12 hours a day, navigating the boat for X amount of hours of the day. And
but still
making it happen. So this was Fitness Habits. So Fitness Habits has been in the works for like 5 or 6 years, and now the website is. I'll just tell you. Let me just lay it out there, because I'm sure somebody's gonna be confused right now. What is this thing? What is it?
Get to the
Is he just talking about habits or no? This is a website, FitnessHabits.com, and it's basically it's gonna be launching March 14th.
Guys, I've seen it. This is insane. I'm not just saying it. Like, I'm literally floored and jealous.
That means the most to me. Have the stamp of approval. Amanda will definitely be helping out and working with me along the way on some
I'm
of
excited.
these things.
This is so cool.
She's a great advisor and has a whole lot of wisdom in this section for such a young person. I would have think you've lived many lifetimes by now. But nonetheless, so the website will provide free information on nutrition and training, including training programs and training protocol, all explained in these super short, easy to absorb video format.
So like the stuff that people are paying for?
Ooh, so this is all free. The
right,
website's
that's
free.
crazy.
We take care of people, and we have habit videos for videos to incorporate throughout your
Guys,
thing.
there's like hundreds of videos on this website, like well crafted, cute, like clips, like just doable, followable things, and it's free. I'm still having a hard time.
Ab workouts. Our biggest thing is our abs at home. People love getting abs at home.
Right.
We got workouts up the wazoo that you could just click play, workout. Or if you're a gym goer, you could click play. Somebody will explain to you the program that they wrote, how all step by step how to follow it, and then you can click download. And
it's free. Like
the workout.
What?
And it's free. But we do also offer personal training. We offer further intervention. So the platform is free, but we do offer a monthly subscription if you want further help training. You know, this is extra. And we also offer personalized diet plans, workout plans. You know, the whole charade of products. But our favorite thing is that we will actually be creating an opportunity to go around to high schools and middle schools and preach the good word of fitness and get kids on board and get them excited to be fit so they can take care of the world. We also do seminars for colleges and universities, and this is the goal. And we also hope to serve as many people as possible. We just want to get everybody in shape. And whether you do it from the free platform, whether you want to subscribe to us and you want us to personally help you out a little more, or want to sit down with us one-on-one. It's all possible. It's all right there.
So the vision for Fitness Habits is fill in the blank.
The vision for Fitness Habits is to, one, help as many people as possible.
That's what I was getting from it.
Get in shape.
Yeah.
Hands down, that's just pretty much the goal. And I think it seems like a broad goal, but it's not a goal that I think has been done effectively. Our competition is pretty non-existent, actually, for this platform. There are websites that have done this before. We can talk about that. I mean, I'm not blind see, I had this idea. I thought that was just totally original. I'm sitting here writing in my notebook, scribbling out. I scribble out this whole thing. But there are websites that have tried this before. I don't think they've done it right. I don't think they're as helpful as they think they are. And I think they're ultimately trying to sell you something in the end. And our free platform is truly free. It's not. You just get a lot more if you get the subscription. So that's what we offer. But someone could
develop fitness habits for free.
Fitness habits and get in shape on the website for free. That's we're not shoving the monthly thing down your throat or whatever. And it's there. And we think you get a huge bang for your buck for the $7 a month or whatever it is, $6.99.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's literally
very
nothing. And you
philanthropic
get
of
tons of yes, thank you. You get tons of programs and stuff with that, but you could check that out when the site is
very
live
cool
and see if it's right for you. It's not right for everybody, but ultimately the goal is to just help as many people as possible. Get a good following on YouTube and social media for not just myself, but there's a lot of trainers there's a lot of people that are very into fitness that wouldn't go out of their way to make an entire YouTube channel out of it. But yet, how does somebody that really knows what they're talking about just have the opportunity to cover a specific topic or present a certain training program? Well, my friends and I, we created that opportunity for people to come in, and if they want to, get their name out there, they can create a program, give it for free, create a short video explaining it, and ultimately that helps a lot of people who can ultimately help them in return with a fan base, or they can come to them and people can sell their own programs on their own websites and this. And so it's a hub for everybody to gather and help the world in a well-organized way, and there will be, you'll only be getting the best of the best. There's no time wasters on this website,
Cool.
so to speak.
Right.
So this is the goal.
This is
And,
exciting.
I think everybody should just be ripped or be whatever their goal is. If
Right.
they want to lift a 2,000 pound stone over a log, then they can do that.
I introduced him to my boyfriend.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I like the idea because it's just creating the habit, and that's always something that we talk about in health in general, is just small, manageable things that you can just add to your day to day that really make big differences, like down the road.
Yeah, I think
I like
habits
the
are
idea.
they're compounding. That's the power of the habit. So now you get the idea of the website, the whole thing behind the name is habits. They compound on each other because all the habits, especially the ones that we present on the website, they're what you might call key habits. I've heard them refer to that, and it basically means if you make this one small change and you make this thing a habit, that you will subconsciously make other changes in your life
Right.
based off that one
Kind of like a
positive
ripple
change.
effect. Yeah.
It's a ripple effect, and they kind of bounce on and off each other. And modern day, there's a lot of like quick fixes out there, which I'm sure you're not a fan of. When
Of
somebody comes
course.
along and says, intermittent fasting, everybody do it, and then you're all solved.
So
It's
funny.
like, we
Yeah.
need to talk about this a little more.
Yeah,
And you're like,
funny.
no, we're gonna find the cause, and this
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
you. But then
Yes, I kind of
but then for
explained my
me-
little goal to him.
for me, it's not right. Essentially, to like show false hope that people's
Right.
throw. What you get
Well,
with
I can appreciate this. Yes.
fitnesshabits.com is you get practical habits that you can implement, and if you implement a couple small habit changes, you can make training a habit easy. And I'll tell you exactly how to do it. It's not difficult, and you can make waking up and drinking water in the morning
Right.
first thing. You can make that a habit, and
So
doing
things
these
for
small
any
things.
kind of person as well, would you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
and-
everyone could benefit from FitnessHabits.com.
Oh my God, yes. So much to the point that people's body, they wouldn't even recognize themselves in a year if
Well, isn't
if
that
they made
exciting?
10 habits
Right.
for an entire year, 10 small habits. I would say like drinking water in the morning, doing certain type of ab holds in your car, or doing
Car
doing something,
workouts.
car workouts, a video to come, yes.
That's
And
hilarious.
sleeping better, getting sunlight, things like this, like all these small little
Now
habits.
you're talking my
Those little
language.
tweaks,
Yes.
putting something extra in your coffee, putting like coconut oil or MCT oil, or
Yeah.
switching to ghee butter. Or
Yes.
all these small little
Ryan met
things
Guy today as
can
well.
make a huge difference.
Yeah.
For
Amen.
everybody.
Preaching
and,
to me.
So that's what. Yeah,
I
I'm
love
not preaching
it.
to you. I'm preaching
Oh
to
no,
these people.
preach to my peeps.
I'm preaching to.
They hear
preach
enough
to the
from me, so
people.
I like
I'm
when-
sure they get it.
I like
though.
when my guests say what I say over
Oh.
again, because you got to hear something like 7
Yeah.
times before you do it. So I've said it a couple. Now you've heard multiple things from multiple people, my people. So we're gonna start creating some habits.
Yeah.
So I like that
the
you gave
goal.
some good examples. Those are good ones. Those are like little free tips for people to start doing.
Oh, I got plenty
Yeah.
more.
I
got
know.
plenty more of that.
You got a whole free hub. This is amazing. It's such a great resource. I'm really excited about the idea of it. That was pretty cool thing that you showed me today. I was
Yeah,
wondering.
it is
I was
very
curious.
exciting.
All right.
It's
Let's
thinking
see.
a lot right now. It's kind of draining right now.
I know, we're
I
so
have
funny.
it's very hopeful, and I'm very excited. And I hope everybody likes it. And if you're one of the people that's going to check it out March 14th, and I really hope that you like it. And I could have just wasted the past.
No.
No. I'm just kidding.
Nope. We cannot have that mindset.
But honestly, that thought never crossed my mind.
No.
It's all
I
100%
think when you do
success.
things
it's a
and
slam dunk.
when you
hit
come with
home.
things from your passion, like it works because you can hit somebody who feels the same way.
I'm
you
just
know.
pretending to be modest. It's good. I know it's.
It sounds great. You sound very humble.
It's gonna work.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be helpful because it's gonna help people. That's what I think.
I think so.
And,
Yeah, definitely.
Even if in the most simplest way, you have me on the one end who wants to make this website that could take everybody, full on, teach even the most beginners from everything, everything crash course. Let's make it happen. Boom, you see immediate changes, and then. As you want to get deeper into it, you can go see Amanda,
right.
and you can get really deep into your gut health
Into
and
your
what's going on. She'll dig right in your poop and tell you what's
Literally.
in there. Literally.
Literally go
You
in.
literally go in my poop.
We might. and then put someone else's poop in your butt.
Whoa.
You know they're doing
Is that a real
now?
thing?
Fecal
Whoa.
transplants.
Is
So you
that
take somebody,
healthy
you take a healthy person's poop, put it in an unhealthy person, and they get their like genes,
nutrients?
and their like
Genes?
metabolism gets better.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
it's
weird. Why
crazy.
can't they just eat better?
That was my next question.
Actually,
Why
you know
do
what?
you think? Oh, you want to ask first?
No. I had something different. Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to create these habits? Like, if we were talking about before, we're like, why doesn't everyone just do this? Because
Mm.
most of them that we outline, like in our practices and in our programs and protocols and stuff that we do, both you and I in our separate practices, like we follow. And we don't find that we do anything or feel that weird. You know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah.
not aliens drinking water in the morning or, but why do you think so many people like have such a hard time creating these habits? And like why, I mean, not only why everyone needs to create a habit, but why, like what is standing in between people? I don't know, from
Yeah.
both have two different experiences of working with people like on different levels, but so I think I have like my idea, but I'd like to hear like obviously you created this for a reason because people aren't doing XYZ and don't have healthy habits, but like what do you think's holding us back from?
I say that the answer is threefold. I say three top reasons people don't implement habits. First one is going to be they're not seeing results. You don't see results quick enough. People give up on things,
True.
and the little bit of willpower that you had becomes no willpower. And it was like you get this huge shock of willpower. I'm going to lose all this weight, and it just degrades day after day as you dump willpower into trying to do things that are better for you, but they're ultimately not giving you the results. And that's not their fault. It's not the habit's fault. It's that you haven't given them enough time to act.
The commitment level.
But also, which brings me to reason number two, is that people don't understand habits. You know, when they try to wake up and drink a bottle of water every day, they do it very forcefully, if that makes sense. You wake up and you're like, man, I have to drink a bottle of water, force it down, do whatever. But what they're not understanding is that the cycle of habits and what actually reinforces habits.
Right.
And that is a cue and then the action and then the reward, essentially. Have you heard this before?
I like it.
So
Elaborate.
you need to have a cue. So say you want to drink more water in the morning. You can't wake up every morning and rip open your fridge and slam down a bottle of water and then lay down because you're like bloated or whatever.
The experience. Like you don't want to do it
again. The whole
again.
experience. You don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Or it's just like you're drinking really, But yeah. So what you need to do, if you want to drink more water in the morning, what you would do is you need to have a cue. So you need to have a bottle of water next to your bed. Something like that. A cue. A signal cue. Or a sticky note on your fridge. So it's something that lets you know that you need to drink the bottle of water. So whether you're thinking about it or not, you're going to get the cue. You're going to be like, shit.
Could we put a reminder on our phone or something?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Anything. Just a cue. Something to let you know they do it. Then you have the action. Now you need to make this action as pleasant as possible. So if you like music, maybe you play music first thing in the morning while you dance a little bit and listen and drink your water. Maybe you like I don't know. Maybe you like certain YouTube video, and so you watch these YouTube videos while you're drinking the water.
Read the morning paper.
Yes,
scroll the morning Facebook.
Scroll for morning Facebook. Go for a walk. But associate whatever that action is. Associate it with drinking the water.
Okay.
So and then of course you need the reward. Now the reward, easiest thing is it's going to be based on dopamine, right? So what releases dopamine is well, now I have to explain dopamine. I'm getting like too into it now.
Threefold.
But basically, dopamine is a chemical in your brain that's given to you to make you feel good as a reward, and it's a survival technique, and it's visual, and it works like this. And so if you were out in the woods and you were very hungry and you saw an apple tree like 3 miles away,
Yeah.
and you'd get a little spike of dopamine. You'd be like, oh my God, there's an apple tree over there. I'm hungry. There might be an apple on it.
Yeah.
So you get a little closer and the tree gets bigger and you get a little more dopamine as you get close, a little more dopamine, until you finally get to the apple. You take a bite, you go, yes, I got it. And huge surge of dopamine. And so next time you see an apple tree, what's going to happen? You're going to be triggered to do the same action again. It's creating habits to keep you surviving. It's saying, yes, that apple tree is good. Go again. Do it again.
It makes me feel good.
And the more you do that, the more that gets reinforced, the more your body just does that over and over again.
Right.
So the important thing to realize about the action and the reward, well, no, I'm on the reward. We covered the action part. The reward is you reward yourself, whether that's with with working out. I recommend having if you have a sweet tooth, having some sugar or something after your workout, because you replenish your glycogen and you're rewarding yourself for working out. So you're going to do it again, as long as you're not stuffing your face the rest of the day.
I was like, let's just preface it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just preface this a little bit. I'm talking, I recommend less than 25 grams of sugar post-workout.
I used to keep a bag of gummy worms in my gym bag.
Did you? Yes.
To open my glycogen stores before I drank protein. Yeah.
That's great.
But I looked forward to my gummy bear after the workout.
You did, didn't you? And it reinforced that to make you go again. And then
couldn't have one without the workout.
Again, you got your running shoes. You see your running shoes. You're like, okay, I got to run. You run, you enjoy the action, you listen to music, you do something that makes you enjoy it. You make it as pleasant as possible for you.
And these are like the immediate rewards, because this kind of is, in a good way, a quick fix, because if people can instantly feel good about these habits, that is a good thing, because essentially with the habits that we're creating, we obviously want to change their body weight, their body composition, like things that they don't necessarily see day one, so they're like, why am I doing this?
Right.
So I like that you're kind of associating like somewhat immediate rewards, or how to even find that feeling in day-to-day activities, because lab values and things do take a longer time, because that's what really obviously matters. But if we can get them feeling like
you gotta start
somehow
feeling
rewarded for making the good habit, I like that idea.
So that's the short term, and and you just do that one until you start to see results, and that kind of takes care of the first problem. I think and then the last problem. So the first problem is that people, what'd I say? That they were too...
they can't commit.
No, it's too long. They don't see results fast enough. Right. And then another problem with that is people don't know what advice to follow.
Very true.
They got to trust, you not only trust somebody, build a relationship, but that if you're following like a social media type of thing, and if you're reading articles, you need credentials, and you need an RD at the end of your name, that kind of stuff.
But can you imagine being a poor person right now? Not poor in the financial sense, just a human being in this planet, listening to all the noise out there, because we are on our phones 24/7. If we're not on our phone, the radio's on, the TV's on, or some sort of media outlet is on. And there's always some talk about food, health, nutrition. Yeah. How does the average person even know what to do? And that's why we were talking before about just constantly putting content out and being that face of valuable, reliable information for people, because the poor things they're Googling and then they might end up on WebMD and they think they're going to die, or they're Googling and they're finding that they should, I don't know, drink vinegar. Yeah, right. Drink vinegar for every meal of the day or something. They read crazy stuff. So the solution, would be this hub of valuable, reliable information.
It could be.
I think
it is.
That's a great idea for someone to pick up on. Hurry up. Copyright that.
Hey, who's doing that out there? That's my idea. Anyways, I'm on reason number 3. This is such a good topic now. Because if you're out there, you're listening to this, start incorporating habits. So you got those first 2 steps. Yeah. Step number 3. This is going to be a powerful understanding for your listeners.
All right.
Ready? Is you're too comfortable. People are too comfortable, and they seek to be more comfortable. And you need to present your body with some stress,
right?
And not distress, which we're all too familiar with, which is an overload of cortisol, which is causing us to hold on to our pheromones, freak out all the time. Our immune system is shutting down. Our cells aren't functioning properly.
Traffic, arguing with our friends, family.
Yes, that is
angry
distress.
Texting.
Distress. Again, more examples. Another one. Distress.
These are all distress. Things that we are all facing every day, though.
Yeah.
What we're looking for is called what?
Eustress.
Yes.
EU.
Yeah.
Greek meaning the good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, eustress can come from a lot of things, and we need to create more of it in our lives in order to create and not only awareness but also a condition for our bodies to make progress.
Right.
If you come in, your house is heated to 66 degrees, you sit down all day at your desk, you get up, you go to the fridge, you go to the bathroom, you get in your car, you start your car before you get outside so it warms up to 66 degrees if it's cold where you are.
Right.
And then you get in there and then you go into your climate control, you wear a coat when you're outside, you cover all of your, and obviously that stuff has to do with doing one, but one of the great ways to create eustress in your body is to do something like cold water immersion or lift weights and, or read a book. Reading a book can cause eustress if you come across some big words you don't understand. So doing these things that kind of help us grow, cause us to be, doing that constantly helps us be more comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
So now when we see this good habit that we want to incorporate into our lives, we're like, man, can drinking water first thing in the morning really change the way I look in a year? Yes, it can. It will change the way you look in a month and in 2 months, and your skin will be clear and you will look great, and you'll have this great body composition, especially if you have a lot of progress to make.
Right.
This is how you
Any
see
disease
dressing.
state. Yeah, that's a
Dressing
great
changes.
first
So
step.
now when you take a habit like that, it's now very easy to implement because you're used to being a little bit more uncomfortable. It's always the people that I work with that you can tell they're just very sedentary. They're gamers and stuff like this. That not saying that any of these are shaped by some of my friends that are in the best shape, way better shape than me, are gamers and are professional computer hackers and things like this. But it's like but yeah.
No, most of us are sedentary in our.
But if your habits include sitting down, then likely, like you're just too comfortable. You made things too comfortable yourself, so you got to be uncomfortable.
Right. Nothing good comes from comfort zones.
Right, and you can't make progress if you're not used to making progress. If that makes sense. If you're not used to handling stress, then your body doesn't know how to handle stress. Your mind doesn't know how to handle stress, and you give up.
Right.
There's no results, and you give up. So, 3 things that I will hit.
That was good.
Yes, the 3 things is 1.
And this is again, the question was, why do people not, or what's standing in the way? Yes, in between people from making these habits. What's stopping us?
Is 1, people not seeing progress quick enough, which is not getting accurate and concise enough information, and
not committing to it for a long enough time.
Right. And 2 was misunderstanding the process. You need to know cue, action, reward. This is the only way to reinforce the habits. Reward being the most important one. Once you do something that's healthy for you, reward yourself.
This is very Pavlov.
Do whatever it is. Yeah, no, it's true. You can train your body like you train your mind, and you'll just naturally do things again because your body and every cell in your body would say that this is beneficial for me.
Oh, it loves it.
Because I'm going to get a cookie afterwards, or I'm going to listen to some Celine Dion afterwards. I'm going to light a candle and have a hot bath afterwards, Like these type of rewards make you feel good and want you to do it again. And then the 3rd one was to be a little bit more uncomfortable. Create some eustress in your life to counteract and fight the distress in your life. Because the more stressed out you are and ultimately the more comfortable you are in your day-to-day activity,
it's a little dangerous to be comfortable.
The harder it's going to be. Your willpower, it's just going to take so much energy to do things. Whereas if you understand your stress, you know how to handle stress, you can move forward from things pretty quickly, and you can make changes in your life very easily because you're comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're comfortable applying a little bit of willpower where you need to have willpower. It's all of a sudden, it's not this huge task.
Right.
To do something. It's just, okay, I can just do that.
Right. Little manageable habits. There's that word again.
Habits. It shows up everywhere. Everybody that's listening to this, you're never going to stop seeing that word anywhere.
Right. Or the hashtag FitHab.
Or the hashtag FitHab.
Hashtag FitHab. We came up with that today. No, we didn't come up with it. I hashtagged it today.
Nice.
It's one of your tabs on the website. And I was like, oh, that's such a cute word. And I'm all about corny hashtags. If you know me. Hashtag, I'm not sweating, you're sweating. I was like, gonna release my website. What a dork.
Is that really something you put?
Oh, absolutely. Please pay attention to my hashtags, people. They're not just the copy-pasted ones like everyone else's. I write each one and make them cornier, each hashtag. I'm like, you're still reading? Are you kidding? Okay. So, what do you envision for Fitness Habits over the next year? Where are we going?
All right, so over the next year, once we get this launch
Launch
coming up,
date.
I want members. I want people. So we have a free membership
Yes.
right away. Once you get on the site, free membership. I want people joining us
Cool.
to make this happen, and want to hear new ideas and plenty of interaction over the next year. And hopefully over the next year, you can make a profit, some type of profit to be made. It's ultimately going to be a service business at the end of the day. So we hope to serve everybody in the world for free, and we serve as many as we can handle with our time.
Right.
After that, so maybe we'll take on some new coaches and do
Cool.
whatever. So the
Scale
next
it
year,
that way. Yeah.
the next year would hopefully be to scale a little bit. Of course, I have some numbers in mind for how many users and how much interaction we'd like
Cool.
to have, but we'll
So
see
now
what
this
happens when we
whole
get there.
like entrepreneurial journey is one that you've been on by yourself, would you say? Like figuring this stuff out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've always had this entrepreneur. See, I'm just bringing things together. See,
Ryan was our
the
class
fitness-
president, TBT,
Yeah,
if that shows you anything. But
I
you
was-
were our president, right?
Yeah, I was, and then at Mass Maritime, I was
Creating
freshman class
clubs.
president.
Wow.
And I was on the board of trustees, there's 11 state representatives.
Wow.
10 state representatives that oversee the president of the academy.
Wow.
So the $287 million budget that we
Wow.
oversaw was
Hey,
and
that's something to say.
and I was voted number 11
That's amazing.
student rep.
That's great.
And then I was student government president, where we had like a $300,000 budget to
awesome.
just put on events for the students and things like
Yeah.
this. And it was a leadership. Mass Maritime is regimented, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but it's like, so everybody's wearing uniforms. We go to morning formation. We're saluting the flag, cleaning things, like inspections.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. But yes, all this
Would
went
you
on.
accredit a lot of maybe who you are today to that kind of programming?
No.
No. Okay.
It definitely installed some discipline.
Yeah,
but
pre-maritime, you were kind of already there.
Yeah.
You don't think it whipped you into any shape?
No, it
You were
definitely
kinda
did.
already in.
It definitely did.
Yeah.
It's definitely gave me plenty of discipline, a lot of leadership traits, and a lot of things that have allowed me to blossom. and I really do really do feel that way. But at the same time, I mean, I am who I am. We are who we are.
You were a good kid.
And I think because I went to UMass Dartmouth right out of Bishop Connolly for a year because I had to get knee surgery. Like, as I mentioned, I had the knee
Which you
problems.
just had 3 weeks ago again.
And I couldn't do the boot camp or get on the boats at Mass Maritime because of my knees. So I had to do that first. So while I was there, I was studying entrepreneurship.
Oh, okay.
And I was studying health and nutrition. And I was also training kids in the gym. That's what I was doing.
So this is a long time coming, this thing.
Yeah. So, some other businesses that I tried to start. So, like, during the summer, like, I was always going to school, so I would only have the summer to, like, really create something. So I would work, like, some general type of job during the school year just to keep up with bills and stuff like this. And then in the summer, I would come up with a new business.
You're so funny.
My longest running business I did for 3 summers in a row was Frost's, like, land and tree design. I don't even think I came up with, like, an official name for it. I just, like, went flyers everywhere, but I made good money, but a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Man,
That's manual labor, yeah.
Yeah, I totally underquoted people. You know what I mean? That's a bad habit of mine. Is I always charge people less than what I should. Hashtag FitnessHabits.com. Go become a free
Really,
member.
really good deal. No, I know. I saw it too, and I was like, "You're giving all this stuff away for $6.99."
Yeah, this way I don't feel bad about advertising. See how I just like plug
Yeah.
my thing right there?
No, absolutely. You
it
can't
doesn't
because
matter.
you're not. Yeah,
I'm
you're not
like,
stealing from anybody. Holy
I'm gonna give you
moly.
my time for nothing.
I know. That's what I said to him. I was like, "Okay, how many working hours like are you putting in?" They're like, "Well, it's just crazy. It's a good deal. I would grab it before it changes.
Yeah.
The price goes
What if
up."
the good is to go up? I'm like, man, I can't handle all those people. I
Yeah,
just double
it's
the
like
price
1
and
million
try to
people
cut out
at
people.
$6.99. Be like, okay, $12.99. Cut out the weak links.
cut out the bottom feeders.
What is I know. What do they call it? Natural selection.
No, but it's good. I mean, that's the whole point. It's
No,
to help
I know.
as many
It's
people as possible.
really
And like I said, you can do it for free. So you don't even have to pay. You just sign up, become a member, and for free, you download all your workouts. You can cycle through everything that's explained.
Very cool.
It's personal online training streamlined, if you will.
Yeah, right. And then they can even go deeper and personalize it more and more. If
More
they
and more as
so
you go down
choose,
in our premiums. Yeah.
or as things change.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very exciting.
It is exciting. I know. How do you feel like having this baby? I
It's
feel
a
like I
whole
had
lot
a
of
baby
fun.
last week.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm introducing my baby to you. That's what I
Yeah.
kept seeing my corny hashtags. That's what were
Yeah.
my hashtags. But
It's such a big
you know,
deal.
because like it's been growing forever.
It's everything. It gives you a nice
And then you
feeling
push
in your gut,
go.
doesn't it?
The day you push go.
Yeah.
Whew. It's like, are they gonna like my baby? It's really exciting.
You
It's a fun
you
life.
and I weren't meant for the 9 to 5.
I was just
We
gonna
know
say, I
this.
know we were talking about this earlier. It's just so funny how, yeah, and I wrote like a blog about it yesterday. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's just so funny how like you just feel it. Like it's like a internal thing that like you just can't imagine doing anything different. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like
Sitting at a
there I
desk.
am navigating ships. I mean, staring out the
Yeah.
window for 4 hours at a time. There I am, like.
And he's
4
saying this
a.m. to
as if
8
like
a.m.,
this is a crappy job.
and I'm staring.
Like
Yeah, no,
he's in the Bahamas living life, and it's still not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and it is for somebody.
I gotta be there on my own terms.
Right.
You know, I'm on this ship. And,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I keep him around so he can
plus,
yacht me
hey,
around.
don't tell anybody this. Just our secret. All right, don't tell anyone. But I get seasick. No
That's
joke.
so funny.
I have an unlimited third mate's license.
That's Sam. His dad's a fisherman, and he worked on the boats with him his whole childhood up until like
yeah.
months ago. And he's like, I get seasick every day.
Yes!
I'm like, good job. Like, good job,
It's
pick.
true. It's just a water imbalance in the ears, guys. Okay,
Right.
it's not. Has nothing to do with how manly we are. It's not.
I know we're going on a cruise April. He's like,
Oh yikes!
I'm like,
They get
hey,
the patch. I got in the patch. It's
really?
you can wear it for like a week, but
Oh, wow.
don't wear it
That's
for
dirty.
too long because you get a little delusional.
No
I'm
way.
just kidding. Yeah, I guess sea stories. Sea stories are
Sure.
yeah. I got lots of
Were you on that show Below Deck?
lots of sea stories. No, it was on a
Could
yacht
have
though.
like, I know you
was
should
on
have
a-
filmed your own.
I was on a yacht.
Like, this
you know,
is real.
We
That's
actually had a couple
Bravo.
offers. They contacted our boat because our boat was very well known.
Yeah.
Motor Yacht Plus Ultra. The U's are spelt with a V, by the way. Look up that puppy. That thing is nice.
What? Let's look it up.
Plus Ultra.
With
But
a
it's,
V? Where's the
yeah,
V?
it's-
Yeah.
it's Russian or Latin or whatever it's supposed to be. It means like follow through or something in Latin. Like, go forth.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah, Below Deck they contacted us for auditions and stuff. I guess they have a tough time getting people to do that show. It's tough. It's kind of a career killer. See, yachting is
Interesting.
it's like its own
This
little
looks like a gun.
sector of the maritime world. That's definitely not it.
We're Googling this picture of this Ultra with a V. They got like a gun or something.
But,
What's up with these tattoos? These are kind of cool.
Yeah, you like?
You didn't have those back in high school.
No, this is my world traveling. I had to climb up a mountain and I received these from a wise man who spoke wise words to me
Oh,
while
yeah?
needle pricking
Oh,
them
look at this boat.
with
Wow.
no, none of that happened. I went to a tattoo shop in LA.
I was like, wow, this is like the way of the peaceful warrior. Have you ever read that book? So good. He like goes to a mountain and gets all of his wisdom
yeah, that's
from
cool.
the guy in the mountain, who he
I
calls
would have done that.
Socrates.
That sounds cool.
Should have. Try it. Maybe he's
Yeah,
up there.
one day.
Socrates.
I've definitely climbed a bunch of mountains. I didn't find any guys
Same.
up there. And
Did we
if you
ever go
can't
on a
give me
hike
tattoo
together?
at
I
the
think we
top,
did.
then probably.
With Ian Gibbs.
Yeah.
I think we did. I don't know. I feel like I
Yeah.
picture a picture of us like on the mountain. I don't know why, but maybe we did. Otherwise, there's a lot of other pictures of us from high school that we probably wouldn't be so excited to post anywhere.
He's like, oh, you
No, I
found
told
that
him today
picture.
when I saw him because like it's probably been like 8 years, and I was like, oh my what's it called? On this day on Facebook, there's a picture of us ice
Yeah.
skating
No way. Oh, that's
yesterday.
how you knew that.
It was so funny. I was like, what are the odds? Ryan's coming here tomorrow, and
You were like, we were ice
on this
skating a
day,
year-
Ryan is ice skating with me. Like weird.
You were like, we were ice skating a year ago today. I was like, what?
8
Why does
years
she
ago.
know that?
Yeah, separately, you and I were ice skating.
Yeah. What were we talking about though? I feel like we were talking about something in there before we got sidetracked
Sorry,
by your mountain story. No, we were
it
looking
was
at the boat.
yours. Oh yeah, and I was looking at your tattoos.
So what do you think of that boat?
Crazy. I'd like to go tanning on it. That's the goal, right? So now Ryan doesn't want to be a tugboat captain like he always did. Now he wants to
Yes.
ride the boats.
Yes.
Such is the journey of the
I guess,
entrepreneur.
I mean, a further goal down the road would be to have my own yachting charter service where I would own my own yacht and I'd be able to charter it out to guests. And
tell us why Alaska is the coolest. You said you would tell us later.
Oh yes,
it's later.
Yes, Alaska was pretty epic. So there's this billionaire that owns the boat.
Is it the Hills, Dad? Do you know my friends Steph and Lauren Hill? You do, kind of.
Yes, they're from Tiverton.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
That's
I
his
do.
sister. She's older.
Yes.
Hi,
oh my God. Yes,
guys.
I do. Yes, I do know them.
Yeah.
And
their dad owns a cruise ship in Alaska.
Does he?
Yeah. I mean,
Which
their
one?
stepdad. Sorry. Love you, Jerry.
He owns a cruise ship?
Yeah. So they go to Alaska all the time. That's why I knew it was pretty
How
dope.
big?
But I was ready for you to tell me how
What
cool
size
it was
is
too.
the cruise ship?
I don't know. You have to ask.
Incredible. Is it like a small cruise boat?
I think it's a smaller one. I mean, still pretty cool.
I mean, it's like $7 billion to
Yeah.
build a regular size cruise ship.
Casual. Anyway, tell us why Alaska's really cool.
Anyways, so I'm up there with this billionaire, and he luckily, you know, when it comes to yachts, it really depends on the owner, right? And this guy was pretty awesome.
Good.
So he was pretty awesome.
That's
like,
cool. Is that like hard to come by? A nice owner of a yacht? Yeah.
Yes, it is. A lot of them, they can be pretty terrible.
Interesting.
And you know, you can't disclose a lot of what goes on yachts just because for, you know, privacy sake, like that's like their private home. You
right.
know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you don't,
I never
you know, you don't
like
talk about the owners too much, but let me just say that there's some crazy shit. Actually, when we turn the mics off, I'll let you know a couple stories.
Okay, I'm excited.
But they're pretty brutal. But this guy was awesome. So he would be like, we explored all of southeastern Alaska, like in and out. Alaska's huge. Like it's just massive. And there are trees growing right up to the water.
Wow.
Like the rocks exposed with roots like coming out of them. Oh, it's incredible. And ice everywhere. So top things that happened in Alaska that make it the best visit was one, I was on a jet boat and I got to play jet slalom. I don't know if you've ever played that game. You're like carving it out of the cones or whatever.
Oh yeah,
anyways,
on me and my jet.
So picture that. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like a cartoon game. But anyways, picture yourself on a boat. Anybody that rides boats, you got that thing. You got that thing. It's a jet boat. You're up on step on that thing. The thing's flying, planing on the water.
This is real life.
Real life, carving in and out of icebergs.
No.
Like hundreds and thousands of icebergs everywhere you could possibly.
Are you freezing?
And no, we're all bundled up. I'm on the.
But
on
like
the
so
thing.
fast, like wind.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
not too fast. How fast is it? Like 30 knots or something? But anyways, we're stopping. We took off all the stews. There's like, cause all the girls, they take care of the interior. So we took them all out. I put them on an iceberg.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
And we all got wetsuits on. So I'm out there with the boss and one of my other friends who's a deckhand on the boat. Like we're taking care of it. And we got like these, you know, we got nice equipment. This is the nice thing about working on a yacht.
Yeah.
It's super nice. So we got nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Scuba Pro, like.
I'm not the one that lives on yachts, buddy.
Why can I not think of this? The suits, the
said
warm suits, the wetsuit.
You already said that word. Oh, okay.
Did I already say that? Jeez, what is wrong? Anyways, who's going to take advice from this guy? Doesn't even know what a wetsuit is. Anyways, we're in these 10 mil wetsuits on these like $30,000 jet skis that are like limited edition. They go like freak all fast, like boku, like, and we're carving it like we're not limited by anything. We're just carving around and going anywhere in Alaska.
Wow.
Bears, whales diving up in front of us. I had 2 full-sized humpback whales do a full breach 30 feet in front of me on a jet ski.
That's insane.
My mind went absolutely blank. My life changed in that moment.
Wow.
And there's
not
a whale
many
tattoo
people
right
get
there.
to say that. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
It was like full, like, you know, whales do this cool thing. If they don't even know each other and they just run into each other, they'll help each other feed. And they do this thing called bubble netting. So one whale will see the other whale. They don't know each other. They'll just go like, whatever. One whale will swim in circles and release a bunch of bubbles down below, and it's like terrifying because you could see how big the circle is, and I could see them doing this. And one time the boss, we call him the boss, the owner of the boat, he was on a jet ski and the bubbles started going around him.
Oh god.
So here's what happens. So you see the bubbles come up, it's a big circle, you're like, oh my god, there's a whale down there like swimming around in circles, and then another whale comes, it traps all the fish, the bubbles.
Oh my gosh.
It brings in all the fish, and then another whale comes to the middle, opens its mouth and goes dives straight up out of the water, grabs as many fish as it can, and then they'll take turns doing it, and it's just so incredible to see. So between that and the
Nature.
animals, everything's just so big, and the people are nice. And by the way, there's bears. Bears just. We got to that cruise port. This is why I'm asking. We're at a cruise terminal, right?
Oh.
Where we docked next to a cruise ship, and they were like, by the way, if any of you guys are runners, we just this past week on Monday morning and Tuesday morning, we had a male and a female be attacked and killed by a bear. And I was like, "What the? Where are we right now?"
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
probably should tell you.
and the way they said it was probably the most. Not, it made it less concerning, but it was also very strange. So they were just like, "Yeah, we think it's the same bear, but like, just be careful. Like, it happens all the time." So they have like bear trash cans. Everything's bear proof there. But anyways,
Wow.
cool.
Alaska's
experience.
pretty cool. I know. Well, I just know it from Steph and Lauren, and their pictures.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that they went there. Who do they know from Mass Maritime? Lauren knows my first company commander.
Don't throw her under the bus here. I don't know.
No. They're friends. Yeah. But she knows my first company commander.
Okay, that sounds like a pretty cool title. Lauren always knows the good people.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Crystal Joy. He's a cool guy. Lauren's cool too. Hung out before. I know her.
I know. I thought you did.
We played soccer together and stuff even when
Yeah,
we were younger.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Interesting. Funny. All right. We're going to wrap up this podcast with my last question. What does the word health mean to you?
Oh my God.
Now, all right, try to keep it, threefold or below. But it is such a controversial word and hard to understand. So, what is health? What does being healthy mean to you?
Actually, I think there's a very simple answer to this.
Awesome.
And I think it's very, very obvious and this is probably what inspires me most about fitness is fitness and health, they're two separate things, but they're one of the same when you look at somebody and you can just say, man, that person is glowing. And I would say that person's healthy. If that person's glowing, bubbly, and feeling good, then I'd say that person is probably healthy. Whereas, and also what I look for, and my specific thing is that person fit? Is that person fit and capable? So I think being a combination of fit and glowing and healthy and inspired, I think that makes a healthy person. And everything else is just kind of something that supports you glowing and getting the most out of your every day.
Okay.
So your gut health and how many
You want to talk about gut stuff because
you have
my
and
podcast.
Yeah. but all that stuff.
Hashtag gut stuff.
He wants to talk about gut stuff. But anyways, all that stuff it contributes to health, and health to me is just walking around with a slight glow, if you will. I think I really like that.
Look good, feel good.
Look good, feel good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you guys think? Can they just respond directly here? Are we talking to anyone?
Yeah, they'll talk back to us. Just listen.
All right.
Got the headphones so you can hear. Ooh, caller number 1. I wish I could take calls. We'll do a Q&A episode soon. That's funny. Okay, so how can people not only, I hope by now they know where to go for FitnessHabits.com.
Yeah. No, actually, we have this really cool website name that goes along with that, and it's actually called spell is F-I. Well, you know how to spell it.
I'll put
Fitness,
the link in
and then habits, no space in between them.
Right.
.com.
Clever.
FitnessHabits.com.
And
oh my God! Wait, that's the same as FitnessHabits.com.
The brand.
FitnessHabits.com.
Is that the Instagram name, or where can they find the
FitnessHabits on Instagram?
Fitness Habits. Okay.
Yep. And also, you can, if you just go to fitnesshabits.com, there'll be a link to our Facebook page, and there'll be a link to our Instagram.
Cool.
And
so
you
I'll
can
put
also
those links in the
punch in your email, so we can let you know as soon as the site drops, and that'll help us out. That'll help you out if you're interested in it. If you're not interested, you probably don't want to put your email there, because then we will tell you about a site that you're not interested in.
I think every person of every type of walk of life and any point in their health goals would benefit from this website.
That's
from
what
I've
think.
seen.
I'm confident about it. You
I
will
really
be
like
you will be hearing about it soon. Even if you don't go punch your email, which you should, you will hear about it very soon. It'll show up. We'll either shove a Facebook ad in your face or something.
Oh, I'm excited for you. That's a good idea. Long time coming.
Long time coming.
All right. Anything else you want to say to your new friends? Want to sing your way out?
Well, I just want to say thanks for having me on, guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some of my thoughts on fitness and how truly simple it is. It's, my goal is to, I don't want to make fitness the main goal for everybody. I just want it to be like this foundation to just help all you succeed and do the best. You can be the best you possibly can be. And I know Amanda wants the same for everybody. And she wants the same for her clients. She does a great job at that. And I want to thank Amanda for having me on. And,
Pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a good time. And I want to thank Sam for mashing this all up.
Don't give away my secret. Thanks, babe.
You can cut that out, Sam. Sorry. I didn't thank you. But anyways, just skip to this part right here. Right. So I just thanked Amanda. And now.
Okay,
and now
guys.
I'm saying, all right, guys. So thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.
No, I want to have the last word.
Okay, sorry. Tell them to like and subscribe.
Yeah. No, like and subscribe if you want to the Instagram, and we'll be putting short answers on there. Also, if you do the Instagram thing, send us some questions.
Oh yeah, I like this. He's been doing these little.
We're just doing little question answer
videos.
To give us a little, something to keep it going. But trust me, the site will be bomb ass.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back soon. Have a good day.